Life is a very unpredictable adventure. Sometimes you think you have it all figured out and a curveball is thrown your way. And that's kind of how I got connected with DayZ, so I thought it'd be interesting to tell you guys how it came about. So about 3.5 years ago, I was living in Long Beach, having a good time. A lot of people think of Long Beach like this, but in reality, it's more like this. I was living there with my buddy Chase, and it was nice. We played a lot of concerts, mostly to full venues. There was usually 2 people in the audience, but we played a lot of concerts nonetheless. I was really enjoying everything, and then my mom went in for a surgery, and she ended up getting paralyzed during the surgery. So I quit my job immediately and started going over to the therapy center to help her. We didn't make much progress at the therapy center, but once we got her home, we made a lot of progress really fast. We had her standing up, which is something that she couldn't do. She was fully paralyzed from the chest down when we were in the hospital. And we had her standing up and like walking baby steps pretty quickly, you know? So we were really happy with the progress, and we continued with that happy vibe.
I like big.
Soon after, a computer I ordered had arrived. It was an AMD 6300 CyberPower PC, and it was a terrible machine, to be honest. I played a lot of Counter-Strike on it, and that was about it. Until one day I found Mr. Moon. For those of you that don't know, which should be nobody, Mr. Moon is pretty much the creme de la creme of content creators for DayZ and just any cinematic game. He tells these stories that really involve you and make you feel as if you are there observing the story firsthand. While I was watching him, I took note at the nature. Me and my mother had always been big nature goers, and with the recent debilitation, it kind of left us inside at all times, resulting in a general staleness in terms of quality of life. So what did we do? We plugged DayZ in, and she would sit there in her wheelchair, and we'd play it for hours together. Empty servers mostly, using third person to look around every wall before we got there. Terrified of zombies, always starving, and eager to find something to help us. And after a while of playing on these empty servers, I got hurt one time at Northwest Airfield. And I went on Reddit to find the Reddit Rescue Force. This is essentially a group that used to come to whatever server you were on with medical supplies and help you out. If you had a broken leg and you were stuck somewhere, they'd be there for you. If you were starving and you needed a saline, they would be there for you. They'd be there for anything, so long as you communicated properly and it wasn't an ambush, you know? So I set up this Reddit Rescue Force post, and they came. The nice dude that came explained that they have a community tab on their subreddit linking to communities who are looking for applicants. So I found one that I liked and joined. It was here that I would truly experience what DayZ had to offer. The community was full of interesting members that made every single engagement different because everyone played different. And I realized that this game had no real limit. What the fuck?
Oh, there we go.
Get some.
Right here. You're gonna get.
Cameron, are you in?
I'm on the backside.
Yeah, he's at the front of the house. He might be logged.
He's dead. The people that you hear talking are my friends, and have stayed in that role ever since. They help me through my day-to-day stresses and just make me a better person. And I would have never met them had it not been for DayZ, the Reddit Rescue Force, and then connecting with them through that find a group. So somewhere along the line of playing with them, I came across the content creator Half-Blood. For those of you that don't know, you should definitely check him out. He's a content creator that does banditry-based cinematic content, and it was really fantastic. I saw a lot of potential in the area and thought if I applied his style of content creating to my style of playing, it can make for a good correlation, and it did. Not too long after, the status report hosted me, and the rest is really history. Massive flow of support came through from random people around the globe, and I was really taken aback, to be honest. And as you can see from the stats right here, I've really just had a fantastic opportunity to reach out and touch a lot of people. And at the same time, that support has come back and touched me. When I'm dealing with my mom in the hospital, or I'm dealing with just day-to-day stresses, and I see a constant flow of support from random strangers from Belgium, you know what I mean? Or random strangers from Canada or New York, or like somewhere where I've never been. It really changes the tide on my attitude and gives me a swift reality check in the ass. Life shouldn't be so difficult. It is though. Thankfully I got you guys to help me along. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Life
will be full of cause if you let it, that is. Life will be the answer, curing conflict and bridging all the gaps and passes, long-lasting hate. Life will be yours if you let it, that is. Life will be a fan, always bringing out a sign with your face painted on, smiling. And say the greatest down the side and you scoff at that praise. Life will be a blemish on the back road, singing out a high note, promising you get ghost product of your thoughts, son. Questions won't change if you ain't got none. Gotta be a damn...